Hi there, a very good evening to you. Steve Keane has received support today from the man who could put a huge dampener on his New Year Eve celebrations. We'll preview the weekend's Premier League games.
Also news of another big upset at the World Dance Championship, and as 2011 draws to a close, Nasser Hussain looks back at the year in cricket.
This is my second movie with Catherine Hahn as well, who was in Wonderlust with me, and there's something about her that you try to maintain a straight face, but she commits so fully to the insanity that it's hard. But that's what's fun. I like the giggles.
You give a fair few pep talks in this film. I'm wondering, was there any stage in your life you may have got a pep talk that has kind of stayed with you?
It wasn't a pep talk. It was just a come-to-Jesus moment. I played tennis when I was in high school, and I started developing a really bad temper. And we were at this tournament, and I was in full form, full McEnroe, little high school McEnroe form. And I throw the racket, and I see my dad stand up, and he's coming over, and I'm sitting there bouncing the ball. And oh, man, he's going, oh, man. And he goes, you having fun? I'm like, what? And he goes, are you having fun? I said, no. And he goes, then don't do it. And then turn around and walk back just as calmly, and I finished the match.
And it is really scary. He's extremely cool. You wouldn't, I thought maybe they were going, the DreamWorks people were a little nutty when they chose to have a peacock as our big bad enemy, but create an ultimate weapon to destroy China and everything else. And he's a bad guy. It was just, separate from, I don't think about it as an animated film. It's one of the films that I've made that I'm absolutely the most proud of. I think it's got great action, and it's all those things that make a great movie. So it's it's a wonderful film. I think I will be as bold to say I think it has everything a movie should have.
I don't know how many people actually ran studios that were in fact filmmakers themselves. They were businessmen. I mean, the Jack Warners and all the guys at MGM and whatnot. At the end of the day, they're producers. They're not filmmakers. Walt had, I call him Walt because he said everybody called each other by their first name. Walt knew the filmmaking process, and that's the way he built the entire empire, as opposed to deals and salaries and stuff like that. He dealt with that later on. And I think that's why everybody felt as though that they were valued.
I can't.
Because, as you may well know, Georgie is into her final half hour here at Sky Sports News. We've had plenty of interest in here on Sky Sports News as to just who her last interview might be with. They've been queuing up to have the last chat with you, GT. We've got the lucky man on the line.
My fellow Americans, tonight I want to talk to you about Syria, why it matters, and where we go from here. Over the past 2 years, what began as a series of peaceful protests against the repressive regime of Bashar al-Assad has turned into a brutal civil war. Over 100,000 people have been killed. Millions have fled the country. In that time, America has worked with allies to provide humanitarian support, to help the moderate opposition, and to shape a political settlement.
أباح بلاد الإسلام لليهود الأمم المتحدة بقرارها في 47. فهؤلاء الذين يزعمون أنهم زعماء للعرب وما زالوا في الأمم المتحدة هم كفروا بما أنزل على محمد عليه الصلاة والسلام.
Oh, that's so cringeworthy, isn't it? It's so embarrassing. It's so awful. I don't know what to do with myself.
Well,
hide my head in shame.
I'll help you because, we're not done yet.
No, of course
after that, they were so impressed here.
Yeah.
I stood up here a year ago in one of my many press conferences and told you that in the next year I make this prediction to you that over 10 million Iraqis, including many Sunnis, will vote for a permanent government. I think you probably was There he goes again.
Bangura refused to be drawn on whether he had a future at the club after playing for Elfsborg on loan against Celtic in the Champions League. He'll play against his parent club in the second leg tomorrow night.
Jugando Clemente. Sánchez Miño, le va a pegar Sánchez Miño. ¡Oh, el rebote! Posición adelantada, posición adelantada. Posición adelantada. Pablito, posición adelantada. Es tiro libre para el Corrientes, no se dieron cuenta. Pablito no se dio cuenta.
Not everyone.
Stop laughing, you lot.
Not everyone.
Haven't you got somewhere to go?
Not everyone has been as lucky as me. You've caused some trouble with some of them. Have a look at this one.
Ich lese nicht sehr viele Zeitungen, aber ich habe gehört, viele Situationen. Erstens, letztes Spiel hatten wir im Platz 3 Spitzen. Elber, Janka und Ziegler. Wir müssen nicht vergessen Ziegler. Ziegler ist eine Spitze mehr Mehmet und mehr Basler. Ist klar, diese Wörter, ist möglich, verstehe, was ich habe gesagt? Dann. Haben keine Mut an Worten. Aber ich weiß, was denken über diese Spieler. Müssen zeigen, yes, ich will Samstag, diese Spieler müssen zeigen mich. Es seien die Fans. Müssen alleine das Spiel gewinnen. Müssen alleine das Spiel gewinnen. Ich bin müde jetzt, erwarte diese Spieler, verteidige diese Spieler. Ich habe immer die Schuld über diese Spieler. Einer ist Mario, einer ist der Mehmet. Stunts, ich spreche nicht als gespielt, nur 25% des Spiels. Ich habe fertig. Wenn ihr nicht klar fragen, ich kann Worte wiederholen.
Feeling my way through the darkness, guided by a beating heart. I can't tell